Hello, welcome to my new YouTube channel. I am Professor Virginia Garrett Cannon. That is my first job. I teach for Tulsa Community College in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I teach at multiple campuses and I have an array of students ranging from college high school students who are attending college and high school all the way up to non-traditional students who may be anywhere from 20 to 80 years of age. I also have another job. I teach for VIP Kid. My teacher name is Teacher Virginia TQ. And my other job is I have my own writing business. It's called The Right Generation. You can find me at therightgeneration.com. I will put a link below in the video. So, like all of us on YouTube, we're all trying to either share information or make extra money. And I decided, why not make some of my own videos that I can show in my college classroom and in my VIP Kid classroom. I started looking at two different options, our regular digital cameras and our video camcorders. I also had to look at lighting and bags and memory cards and battery packs, and the list just goes on. Well, I finally came to a decision after months of talking with my friends. One of my friends is video recording this for me because I don't have my camera set up. This is my unboxing video. Say hi, Drake.
Hi, Drake.
So let's get started. The first thing that we're going to talk about is why I decided to go with a digital camera, and I chose Nikon D5600. So what I found out in my research is that digital cameras have a larger sensor than camcorders have. The con to a digital camera is they cannot record longer than 30 minutes. And you may be saying, are you joking me? No, I'm not. It literally has to do with taxes. The European Union has some sort of agreement with the United States in which the United States cannot produce digital cameras that can record longer than 30 minutes. So if you want something that records longer than that, you'll need to go with a video camcorder. So let me unbox this first, and then I'll tell you the next reason why I decided to go with a digital camera. So the box isn't too big. It's about 1.5 feet in length and maybe about 9 inches in depth. You open it up and all your booklets are there. So here are my instruction books, my warranty. There's Nikon School Online. So maybe I can get some help with my video camera online. And then underneath that, there are some tight compartments with the camera itself. So let's see if we can find it first. And it is wrapped up in bubble wrap, and then a secondary plastic wrapper. I'm going to set this box to the side. So as you can see, the camera is not overly large. In fact, I pulled a ruler so that I can show you exactly how long it is. So if we put it here and we go to the length, it is, it's about 5 inches in length. And if we look at depth, it's about 3 inches in depth. So I have very small hands, and there is a grip handle right here that I can hold on to. That's the first reason. The second reason is the digital viewing box. So the digital viewing box will allow me to turn it around so that while the camera is facing me, I can see myself. I can also flip it to where it's down below. So if I'm holding the camera up like from an angle, I can still see myself. Those were deciding factors for me because a lot of the digital cameras, they do not flip out. They flip up at an angle, and that's it. The other thing that I looked at was whether or not I wanted 4K or the 1080p, because I know that within 5 years, most formatting is going to go to 4K. I'm working on a budget on trying to get this started, so I decided that 4K was not as crucial to me as 1080p, because later on, after my business takes off some more, I can always make another investment into 4K. And by then, maybe the prices have come down a little bit and it will make it more affordable for educators like myself. So those are the next reasons on why I decided to purchase this. There are some others, and I'm getting ready to show you, but let's look at the rest of what's in the box. So we also have 2 lenses in the box. This lens is the 18 to 55. So this would be the common lens that you would use. I like the way that it has a squeeze top on it. Instead of just coming off, you literally have to squeeze it. I worked in photography many decades ago, and my caps would consistently fall off. So I like the fact that Nikon has thought about the fact that you don't want your lens caps falling off, because you don't want dirt and things like that to be on your lenses. There is a second lens in this box. And like the previous lens, it's all wrapped up in bubble wrap. It looks nice and tidy. It's not very hard to get into. Thank you, Nikon. This one also has the squeeze lens, and it is 70 to 300. So this is a zoom lens. Now, because this has the larger zoom capacity, it is longer, and so your camera does come a little bit heavier. However, for me, because I'm going to be making videos I'm going to show in my classroom, my camera is most of the time going to be on a tripod. So I decided that it was worth having a little bit of extra weight with a digital camera than to have a lighter camcorder. So 2 lenses in this box. I purchased it at Best Buy for $799.99. It is on sale right now online for $699.99. And if you go to the Nikon website, you can get just the single lens and the camera itself for $599.99. The quality of the lens for Nikon is really awesome. You're going to get crisp pictures, and it's very versatile. Now, way back in the day, you used to have to use regular batteries. Now we have what's called battery packs. A Nikon battery pack will last about 2 hours for video camcording. Now, it would last longer if you're just taking pictures. Because I am going to be making quite a few videos, I decided that I needed to purchase extra battery packs. So you can pick these up, and each battery pack is going to last 2 hours. However, I will be buying an AC adapter off of Amazon.com that will allow me to plug my camera into an outlet if I'm stationary. If I take my camera to my classroom, then I can rely on my battery packs. I'll provide the Amazon link underneath the video description box so that you will know where to pick those up. In addition to the camera and the battery packs, you have to have SD cards. SD cards is what's going to hold your media. Now, I wanted a 256 GB card, but they didn't have it in the store, and these were on sale. They're normally like over $100, and I purchased it for $40. And right now at Best Buy, they're on sale for $19.99. So if you see this video in enough time, you'll be able to get a really good size SD card. Now, if you want the 256, if you don't want to have to switch out cards, you can do that, and they run about $40 right now on sale. The Christmas season is really the time that you want to buy electronics, you want to buy SD cards, things like that, because they're on sale. After the holidays, the prices of these items skyrocket back through the roof. Now is the time to buy. Buy while it is less expensive. Another reason that I decided to go with the Nikon camera is because I could get an external boom mic. This one is by Rode, and it comes highly recommended. Now, I watch Think Media, and I will provide a link to their channel down below. I watch them for a lot of information. They're very detailed on their analysis, and I don't see any bias in their reviews. They use this for their own channel and for their own productions. Their productions are marvelous. I've also checked out some other YouTube channels. They also use this mic. So let's open this mic up. This is where we need the scissors because everything is taped. So after I get through the tape, everything's really nicely packaged. It just simply pops out. Yay for flexibility. There is a quick start guide. There are some adapters here. And then this is the boom mic. So as you can see, this will go on top of the camera. So I simply go to my flash horn and I just slide this into my flash horn. And wherever the lens and the microphone is focused, that's where it's going to be picking up the sound. It's not necessarily going to be picking up sound behind. It's going to be picking up sound right in front of you. Drake, what type microphone is the Rode microphone?
Unidirectional microphone.
And what does that mean for all the people out in YouTube land that are like me that don't know all the tech terms?
It means that it won't pick up sound from the areas around you and only directed at the source of the camera that you pointed to it, as you've previously stated.
Awesome. Thank you, Drake. Now, another reason that I went with the Rode is because back here, there is a plug-in that you plug this in, and then you plug this in to your mic adapter on your camera. And this means that your mic does not require batteries, and it does not require an AC adapter. So here you go. Back of the microphone, into the microphone jack, and now you have a microphone that you can sit on a tripod. I also will be purchasing what's called a lapel mic. So the lapel mic that I want is also by Rode. It has 40 feet of cable with it, and I can run it from the microphone jack to where I am, and I can pin it on my shirt. So it would only get the sound that is coming from my mouth. It won't get everything around me, and it also has a wind buffer on it. So when I film field trips for my students for VIP Kid, I can use my lapel mic or I can use my Rode mic, either one. I will have to do some sound test, and I will upload some videos of my sound test in another episode. This is just the unboxing ceremony and telling you what I picked and why I picked it. So we've talked about the camera, we've talked about this microphone, we talked about the fact that I want an lapel mic. We talked about the SD cards, but let's talk about something else. Here we go. This is a selfie stick. Now, I never thought I would want a selfie stick, but I have very short arms. There is no way for me to get myself in the picture and hold my camera. So I did some research, and this one is actually telescopic. So let's take this out of the box. This is QuickPod Selfie Rebel. And let's see if I can actually get this out of the box without cutting myself with plastic. Amazingly enough, it comes out quite easily. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Everything's in its own compartments. And I am simply just taking the selfie stick out. My camera will sit on top of the selfie stick, just like a normal tripod. And then let's see how we can expand it. That makes that go up and down. And turn right. Aha! Woohoo! So you have different links in which you can put the camera on it. And so for me, this is very helpful because with short arms, it's hard to get myself in the picture. And so it's just like a tripod. Just screw it on top of the selfie stick, and then you can film yourself. Now for me, I'm wanting to film field trips. And in order to film field trips, I need to be able to see myself and film myself because I'm not always going to have the help of a friend to help me video record something. So if you're wanting to be able to film yourself and you do not have help and you're going to be walking around, selfie stick is what you need. Let's talk about some other decisions that I made when I started looking at camera equipment to make my own videos. So there are some other things that we have not yet talked about. I did say that for the most part, I was going to be filming on a tripod, and I already have two tripods. I have a much smaller tripod that you can get from Walmart, and this is called a Gorilla tripod, and I'll show you why. So you can fashion this tripod into almost any shape. You can wrap it around some metal. Camera will sit up here. You can angle it. So that's why they call it Gorilla, because it can latch on to other things. It doesn't necessarily just have to stand on a table. This is very tiny. It's less than 12 inches tall, and it does not telescopic up or down. So this is one tripod that I already have. And then I have a second tripod. I'm not going to take this out of the bag because this is big. Not bag, box. I'm not going to take it out of the box. This is big. This is a Titan 2 tripod. It's old. This is like from 20 years ago. It still works just fine, but it has like a 3-foot span underneath it. So it takes up a lot of space, which is one of the reasons why I have the Gorilla, which is smaller. So if I use the Gorilla, I attach it to my video monitor, whereas if I'm not attaching to my video monitor, I'll be using this nice tall tripod here. Any tripod will work. You don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money, and you can get them for less than $20 now. So tripod is something that you need in order to keep your camera stable and not have a shaky picture. The other thing that you need is a place to store everything. Now, I already had a camera bag, and I prefer a backpack camera bag. Here's why. Your spinal health is vastly important, and you need to distribute the weight that you're carrying on both sides of your shoulders. So a long time ago, when I was doing my own photography business, I purchased a backpack camera bag. It's really nice because I can fold this down and my tripod can fit here. It's held by the elastics and the pockets. There's multiple pockets throughout. There's even pockets inside here. I usually put my lunch in here because I was usually on my motorcycle. I love to motorcycle. And then down below, there's more pockets on the side where I could put water bottles and things like that. You're going to see my very old 35mm camera in here. So down below, there are multiple pockets where you can hold lenses, your camera, things like this. This is my old 35mm. Am I taking anybody back in the day? This cannot video camcord. It is not digital, and it only takes 35mm film. This is a Canon Rebel. Canon has slowed down a little bit in the industry. When I purchased this, Canon was at the top of their game. If you wanted a really crisp, clean picture, Canon was the way to go. You needed to decide between Canon and Nikon. Those were the leaders. Here recently, maybe in the last 10 years, Sony is at the top of the game. So if you're wanting top of the line, latest technology, all the gadgets, bells and whistles, look at a Sony camera. If you want a camera that is moving along but at a slower pace, look at Nikon. Nikon's what I purchased. Just make sure that the camera that you choose fits your needs and your budget. So Nikon, there were $5,000 cameras, but I don't have a $5,000 budget, nor do I need everything that the $5,000 camera does. I only needed a camera that could do video camcording and maybe take some pictures that I'll use to upload to my business websites. So I had a tripod that was large, a small tripod. I had a bag for storage. What I don't have is storage for the SD cards and the battery packs. So that's something I will be looking into a little bit later, but not right now because it's not imperative. I can store those things on my shelves that are next to me. So this is my unboxing ceremony. I decided to take a jump into the YouTube land. The next video that I'll be taking, I'll actually be using my own equipment. And what I'll do is I'll take a video using my webcam. And then I'll take a video using my DSLR, my digital camera. And I'll put them into the same video so that you can see the difference in quality. It's important to note that digital cameras do very good in low light. Camcorders do not. So if you plan on doing any low light recording, you might want to stay away from a camcorder. If you want to be recording long stretches at a time and you don't have time to switch out memory cards, you want to go with a camcorder. But for most YouTubers, we're not recording something that's longer than 30 minutes. Thank you for joining my channel today, and I hope you subscribe. I'll see you next time.